to be responsible for account numbers to call in? I mean, it just totally baffles me that this was the resolve to saving money. And like Charles said, yeah, I see the truck 6-7 times rolling on by, and you'll be hard pressed to tell me you're saving money there. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. And what I'm asking is that you throw this program out and get us back to what we were, or get us back to a biweekly schedule. It doesn't make sense that I, once again, pay a lot of money to live in this beautiful neighborhood and it's trashed. I also would like to point out that we have trash sitting out, and just the other day, and this prompted me to actually come down here, just the other day I seen a snake coming across the wash into that pile. Now, we have children in our communities. Who is going to be responsible for the rodents that start happening because people don't know the schedule, or the truck driver doesn't pick up when it's right there? I mean, give me a break. This is a no-brainer, city of Goodyear, all-America city. You guys can fix this right away, and I'm asking that you toss this program out because it's just not working. Thank you.
Thank you.
The last speaker is Ted Maltby.
Mr. Mayor, City Council, I don't know what the world you're thinking about or what you're even in your office for if you can't quit changing programs. I didn't move into Goodyear Estrella Ranch to have my neighborhood trashed. Now, I think that you can at least pick up our trash and pick up the bulk trash every 2 weeks. Or we may have to do some recall elections. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
May I say just a few words?
Yes, sir.
I apologize for not knowing the procedure to get my name on the list.
That's okay.
My name is Josh Waits. I'm from Estrella Mountain Ranch as well. I have a trash issue as well I'd like to tell you the story about. Me and my two neighbors, so 3 houses in a row, 1, 2, 3, all put our bulk out at the same time. I noticed they were doing it, so I did it as well. They thought the Tuesday was coming. They picked up the house, 2 houses away from me. Okay. Then they didn't pick up me and my neighbor's house. I went next door. What's going on? Oh, you have to call it in now. I didn't read the article. I didn't read the newspaper. I didn't go on your website. I apologize, but I don't feel like that's my responsibility. So then I call it in. So then they come today. They pick up my neighbor's trash, not my trash. That's totally insane. Then they leave me a note on my door that says they're going to do a courtesy pickup and come pick up my trash as a courtesy today. But my trash is still there. It doesn't make sense why the truck can't pull forward 10 feet, take 5 minutes, or, I mean, that's if I did it. I'm assuming these guys are professionals. They probably could do it in 30 seconds, throw the trash in the back and move forward. Okay? I called to get some answers. The first answer I said was that they don't know who's paying their bill and who's not, and we have to call it in. I asked how did they know before when they came every week? Well, they didn't know the answer to that. Okay? Then I said that sometimes they give notes. So I said, you know, here's another issue. I had once bagged up cactus in a trash bag, and they put a note on my door and said, next time put it in a box. I said, okay, it makes sense. I'm willing. You give me a note, tell me what to do, I'll fix it. Okay? So I said, why don't you give me a note and say, call it in for now on. Put it on the online for now on. They said, well, we do that sometimes, and people don't respect that. People don't honor that. People are breaking the rules. So because other people are breaking your rules and not listening to you, then you're going to just stick it to the rest of us? That doesn't make any sense. What else did they tell me? They said they had budget restraints. I think that's been settled clearly here. At least they said one answer I got from the foreman, Adam, it says I was complaining. He said, well, at least you get to speak to a human. If you were talking to Phoenix, you wouldn't even get to a human. It would be talking to machines right now. This is outrageous. If this was a private corporation, this would not be tolerated. Finally, they said it's a pilot program. That's the answer. Once I beat every other thing out of them, they said pilot program, pilot program. You know what they admitted? They admitted that they said this works great in Columbus, Ohio when they ran it. They had trouble when they implemented it, they said. Well, that means that was the pilot program, right? Why don't they learn they had trouble implementing it and do something better? This is ridiculous, and I wish, I got a 3-year-old daughter, I wish I was spending my time with my daughter, but instead I got to make phone calls, and I don't get, if I got one apology, I wouldn't even be here. It's our fault, my mistake. All I get is bureaucratic, faceless nonsense. You see around the country, people are upset about this, all this healthcare stuff. It's because the government's not listening. We need people to start listening.
Okay, first off, obviously, I think the staff has already investigated this, so certainly could respond to criticism now if you wished. But as the mayor, this is not limited to Estrella. I apologize to the people of Goodyear for the way we've handled this problem over the last couple of weeks. Brian, you have anything you'd like to add?
I appreciate the comments tonight as well. As a pilot program, it's something that we are absolutely looking at. What I propose is we will bring back to council what we need to do to make this work. So that's my commitment back to council and to the citizens. The staff will be looking at solutions, and we'll be bringing those back as soon as possible.
Yes.
My name is Tim Riley. I also live up in Estrella, and I think it's wonderful that the staff is going to look into this and try to figure out how to solve the problem. While you're in the process of doing that, why don't you bring back the Tuesday pickup until you find a solution, and then you can implement whatever your new program is so that the residents of Estrella, aren't disadvantaged. And the other question I have, and this is what happens in the communities, there's always rumors that spread around, and rumors are not helpful for communities. And I know that what we've done here is tried to save some budget money. We've had some financial problems. We raised the sales tax, because we have to have some more revenue. So the residents of Goodyear are paying a little bit more there. The rumor that I heard, and I would like to ask the city manager if he would address this. I heard the rumor that there's been 2 or 3 employees of Goodyear that have had raises given to them in the last 60 days. Under the budget process, I thought we were cutting everything and no one was getting any raises and we were cutting down expenses. And I don't know if if the rumor is true or not, but I would like somebody to find out if it is. So poach that rumor.
Can we decide to report back to you on that one? Okay,
That's fine.
our city manager's not here. Okay,
No,
so, but you
that's
will
fine.
get a report, and should be a public report on that question. Okay?
Thank you,
very
sir.
much. Yeah, we really can't wait to get this resolved. This has to be resolved now.
Mayor,
Any comments from the council?
Mayor, quick comment.
Yes.
Can we schedule something? I don't know the protocol. I'm the new guy on here, but can we get something quickly as far as a work session so we can hammer this out? Is that appropriate?
Need a council
The
meeting, not a
attorney,
work session.
city attorney, do we need?
Mr. Mayor, Councilmember Pizzillo, we will be back to you next week
Okay.
in work session, and we will be bringing back solutions at that time for direction, as well as what the expense impacts may be. So we will be bringing that back before you next week.
Excuse me, if you could, the dollar, everything, yeah, I would appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Vice Mayor?
Yes, I'd just like to apologize to the citizens for the time and the aggravation you've had to go through. When the program was presented to us, we did not foresee some of the things that is happening. And you're right, you do pay your taxes, and you deserve to be honored by that. And so I think you've heard tonight that we've heard you, and you're not the only neighborhood, I will state, that's made complaints. I've had a number of neighborhoods email. So you're not alone in this fight. So we have to turn it over to staff at this point to get back to us and schedule a meeting.
Yes. Councilmember Souza?
Yeah. This was a pilot program, and evidently the pilot program didn't have a plane to fly. So, yeah, I think the ideas that have come up here this evening from the folks that make their presentation are warranted, and certainly, as far as I'm concerned, reconsideration should be on the agenda as soon as possible. Thank you, Mr. Barrow.
And we'll investigate this entirely from the beginning as to why we even started this process, okay? Because, we have to go on, but this city has been very proud of its collection activities over the last 10 years, and it's too bad that we've got this roadblock, this obstacle, and we have to immediately recover, and so we will. We apologize to you. Okay, sorry for that. Is that all we have there, Lynn? Okay. All right, now we'll move to